Good morning. Please excuse the state of me. I am showered and clean and ready to get on with the day. However, I look like shit. I'm cleaning the car today, so I don't care what I look like because I am going to come back indoors later and shower and sort myself out. But for today, this is the appearance. I'm sorry. My skin is incredibly blotchy today. I don't know what is going on, but it's fine. I'm also very tired. I'm very sleepy. But I want to clean the Porsche. We want to get it on the road soon. And I will not be sitting in that car in the condition that it is in because it is mouldy and damp and horrible and gross. So I'm going to clean the interior, providing that one of my neighbours is not on night shifts. If she is on night shifts, I will try to be as quiet as possible. I can't hoover the car because it's too far away for our extension lead. It doesn't reach, and I'm not doing it with the little handheld hoover. That's not going to cut it for me. I might give it a quick once with the handheld hoover, depending on how actually bitty the dirt is. But I think it's mostly sort of the fabrics that need a good scrub over and a good clean. And then we need to address the fact that there is water getting in. So it is going to end up getting mouldy again. But if I can do a good job now, then I won't have such a difficult job later. In a couple of weeks' time, in a couple of weeks' time when we hopefully get it on the road, it is going to be down to finances now, whether we can afford to actually buy the parts and put the parts in the car. So more than it is a case of time and timings, it's more a case of can we afford to get the car on the road, buy the parts, to fit them, to get it running. So yeah, at the moment I'm currently sat surrounded by cleaning products because I thought I'll just get it all out and then I can grab what I need and repack my bag. I'm going to re-put my hair out one sec. Messy bun always. Yeah, I've got the bag. It's got just my cleaning brushes. They are some shit eBay ones. And then there's one good one. And then I think this is genuinely just a paintbrush that's made its way in here. I don't know what's going on. Also my Valentine's Day rose is cute. And then in front of me I've got all of the products that were in here and in the bag for life. That's drying towel, cloths, good cloths, shit cloths, brush. I've got my leather brush here as well. It's all laying around, so I'm just organising at the moment. Then I'm going to take this outside and I'm going to try to start cleaning the Porsche. Wish me luck. I'll let you know what I pack in the bag when I get it packed. Okay, so this is what I'm taking outside just for today. And there's some things that live in here, they just stay in here. At the moment we've got clean cloths and there is an applicator pad in there as well in case I need that. This stays in here. It's iron reactor, wheel cleaner. It's a Sam's one. I've got APC, but it is running out. There's a tiny bit at the bottom there. So I've also got this. This came in a set that my brother got me. A whole bunch of easy car care stuff. And it is trim cleaner and dresser. And it smells quite nice. So we're going to give that a go when that runs out, which it inevitably will. And then I've also got leather interior cleaner. This is also running out. There's barely any in there. But I'm hoping I can get a little bit at least out of that. The seats are half leather, half cloth, so I don't need a lot of it, so hopefully I'll be okay. I've also got my leather brush. It's been squashed up against something. I don't know what's going on there, but okay. Move that over. Again, all the brushes. That is just a paintbrush that can come out. That's a normal paintbrush. That is Cherry Blast, scent stuff that lives in there, and that's Speed Wipe. That lives in there as well. So they live in there, that lives in there. If it's in a pocket, it lives in here. Everything else I've just thrown in for today's cleaning. This also lives in here. It is tyre dressing. We had a bottle of it that kind of exploded. The lid of it's around somewhere, but just this little pop off lid bit came off and it would just leak everywhere all of the time. And it got all over the box and the applicator. There it is, there's the lid. And the box fell apart, but it kind of keeps the goo in, except it hasn't really. But I'd rather leave it folded in the box so that I don't get as much goo everywhere. And he lives in this half of the bag. He lives in this pocket. That's his pocket now. And it is very sticky gooey. It's good stuff though. It makes the tyres really shiny. It lasts for a while. So big up Sam's. I also didn't mention I have my trusty carpet cleaner. I've diluted it about 1 to 5. So it's sort of double strength to what you'd normally get. Excuse the dirty bottle. It is really good carpet cleaner actually. This is the back seats. When I tell you the smell coming off of these, absolutely stinks. This is doing nothing. This has gone mouldy on the top, and it's I had to squeeze it to get all the balls to start moving because it was stuck. This one is the same. All the balls are stuck together where it's just so moist, there's so much moisture. It's not too wet actually. And there must have been a mat there at some point because the rest of it's kind of a different colour. The seats themselves, not too bad. They're kind of just grubby rather than actually dirty. Yeah, this is what we're doing today. Cleaning the mould. Oh, look at the steering wheel. Yeah, I'm not driving it in this condition, and I don't want Mitchell to be driving it in this condition. Look at the mould underneath. It's disgusting. So let's get started. Very long. The first thing I did was open all of the windows and wipe all the windows down. I didn't actually do the windscreen, but I've opened the boot, I've opened both doors to just air it out because it stinks in here. I've just gone over everything with carpet spray. I've done the leather on the seats with the leather cleaner and the brush, and they've actually come up quite nice. I'm excited to see what the front seats look like because they're just kind of grimy, gross. Yeah, I've done the footwell in this side. Hi Mowgli, you're gonna ruin it now, aren't you? I'm not expecting perfect, I'm just expecting to lift some of the mould out basically, and just get it kind of smelling a bit nicer. I haven't actually fixed the leak, so it's a little bit counterproductive. Don't scratch on these cars, it's gone. It's a little bit counterproductive because I know it's going to get wet in here again, but I am going to put something that's waterproof over this back seat. This is what's coming in, like this corner. It's actually coming in from the sunroof, but it's this corner of the sunroof going all over this seat, this footwell. So these are getting like the good treatment, and then everything else is going to get a once over, and we'll see how it goes. I'm also going to put some of this mouldy stuff that doesn't need to be in the car into the garage to try and dry it out, sort of separate it. Hopefully with it all being like separated, it can dry out a bit better. There's some sort of like carpet or something that was rolled up in the back of this car, and I don't know what it is, but that's going to go in the garage because I don't know what it is. It doesn't need to be in this car basically. Hi, welcome back to the vlog. It's kind of cleaner in here. The back seats are still not, like, that's a really bad stain. I cannot get that out for the life of me. I think I just need to give it another go. My hair has once again fallen out of the bun, but yeah, it's a lot cleaner than it was when I started. It is still kind of gross. This the side behind me is less green now, but it is still a bit tingy green, so I think it just needs like going over again. But it's just started spitting, and I did have the boot open. I've had all the doors and the boot open for like hours to try and air out the car because it stinks so bad in here. I think it's working. I think it's sorting itself out. It smells better than it did, so that's a bonus. I'm gonna head indoors now. I think I'm done. I am. While I've got you, actually, I'll show you what I did with the extension lead. It just fits along the street to get to the car. Like, it's a 20-metre extension. It must be 20 metres from the plug on the inside of my window all the way down the road to the end of this car. Honestly, it's like ecstatic that it fits. That is the very end. There's a little bit of slack because I didn't want to have it too tight. It goes right under past my neighbour's car. And my doormat that I've put there while it goes across the path in case anyone needs to go past like a pram. And up into the window. Mint. Hi, hello. As per usual, I did not finish the video, so I'm just here to chat to you about the car project, etc. I didn't film anything else on the Porsche because I was just in the zone getting it done. I did get the seats cleaned up. They look so much better. Maybe tomorrow I'll have a little film round and just show you how much better they look. They are still sopping wet, but they've been leaked on for the last 6 months, so it makes sense. They literally sopping wet. So as soon as we get like nice hot dry days, I'm going to take that sunroof off, open the boot and just let it air out, and hopefully that will boost up the drying of the seats because they are wet. Every time you touch them it's like that was a really good sound effect from me, to be honest. I did like wet vac them, and I really pushed the hoover in to try and suck out as much moisture as I could, and they did feel drier when I did that. Obviously I didn't do it for very long. I just got it to like clean up the mould and the dirt off. I think it would take a lot to get all of the moisture out. It's really in there. I did find there was some loose fabric on those back seats, just where I'd hoovered them, where I pulled them around a little bit, and where they were so wet, all of the glue that holds them in place at the bottom has just disintegrated, so they are going to need to be glued back together, which is fine. It's easily done. It's a bit of spray adhesive and like a good tight tug and it should be fine. Yeah, and I took the sunroof off. I sent Mitchell a video being like, do you know this comes off because it just comes out. I have not been able to put it back in properly, and it is still not out properly, and as you can hear, It is raining. I did poke my head in this morning. It's not leaking, it's not getting through. It's placed in place, so it's fine. Just turn my engine off. But it's not right, like flush sealed. I did take the seal off the back half where the water is getting in. I gave it a good clean, got rid of all the moss and all the like dirt build up that had been there. Put it all back together, put it in, sat it in place. I did check the drain holes. The driver's side one, absolutely fine. The passenger side one has a blockage. I did use like a pipe cleaner type thing, like the ones you get with straws, little brush on the end. I did try and poke that down. It doesn't go very far, but the pipe itself goes inside where the C-pillar is, and I think it just gets too tight for the brush that I was using to get in there. There was a guy on YouTube who was like, use strimmer cable, and I couldn't get that past either, so I think there is a blockage. I did pull out a lot of dirt out of it, but not enough. I still can't get the cable all the way into it, so I think it's going to be a case of trying again, just keep on trying and hoping for the best, and maybe try and get a wire cut hanger that's a bit more stiff than the brush I was using, which was a bit flimsy. I did try and use a bit of plastic, but it wasn't bendy enough, and the strimmer cable isn't like strong enough to poke down to like poke anything loose, so I think I'm going to have to get a wire coat hanger and straighten it out. However, I need to find a wire coat hanger. I don't think I have any. I have, but they're like my fancy ones that are like nice and rose gold and pretty, so don't really want to use one of those. I want to see if I can find like an old gross one. I'm sure I've got one somewhere. There's got to be one somewhere around. There might even be one in the pub. I might have a look around, see what I can find while I'm here today. So yeah, work today, work tomorrow. Short day on Friday. I've actually got a photo shoot. I think I might vlog that because it's with a different photographer than usual. I am taking Jade with me because I am anxious and a little bit nervous, but it's someone that comes into the pub, so I sort of know them, like they're kind of a customer and they're regular. They live in the village, so I know who they are. See how it goes. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, that brings you up to speed on the Porsche. It is dry in there. It's just the seats are wet. Everything needs to dry out a bit further. Also I need to sort this window out. Hi. Editing Ashley popping in just to say I need to give you some context for this conversation. We have given up the unit. We are not renting it anymore. We're not using it. Cars are both home. You'll need to know that information. We basically weren't using it. It was more money than what it was worth for us anyway, because we weren't using it. It's too far away. So that's the context that's missing. Now that we don't have the unit, I don't have somewhere to store this overnight other than my garage, which is really tight. So I think it's going to have to wait until like a couple of dry days and try and do it out the front of my house and hope for the best. Maybe get a bit of tarpaulin, something to put over the top while it dries, because I need to re-glue that window in place. And I bought all the stuff for it and I was meant to take it down the unit and do it, but we just never went down there. We never actually did anything. I think it was just too far away for us. Like, it's a good 20-25 minute drive from home, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to get to, in terms of like, I don't want to drive down there, especially if I'm only doing little things like gluing that window in. Sure, it's a big task, but it's only going to take me like half an hour, and then I've just got to leave it for 2 days, and I don't have a car for 2 days while I wait for it to dry. Well, I think you have to leave it for 12 hours, but I'll leave it overnight. And then like the clean-up job, and then making sure it's watertight and all that stuff, it's going to be a couple of days worth of working on it. So I think maybe when the Porsche on the road, and then I can daily drive the Porsche for a couple of days. I could daily drive the BMW. Mitchell uses it for the gym, so I do take the BMW for days sometimes, so you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go into work now, do some work, have a cup of tea, and I will catch you guys on the flip side, hopefully with the next vlog, which should be a modelling photo shoot vlog. And then you never know, maybe I'll edit these before I edit the OSO Retro vlog, which I still haven't done. I will do that. I've also got a holiday vlog. I've got the Amsterdam vlog to edit as well. That's almost done actually. No, it's not almost done. No, I've done the first minute of it and not the rest of it. So, okay, I have a lot of editing to do. I will get it done and I will catch you guys soon. Bye.